My name is George Smith. I came here in 1961. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted me to stand. I'm an old man. I came here in 1961. I worked at T.C. Edmonds, D. Webster Davis. When they integrated the schools, I moved over to Thomas Jefferson. Coca-Cola plant was over there then. And when they opened Dixon, I moved there and I stayed there until 1982. And when I came to Stanton, the starting salary was $3,700 a year. I did get $4,000 because I had been in the Army before that. We had some excellent students, and some are here now. I'm not going to start to call names. But one thing that really impressed me after I left here was the main office at the high school with Mrs. Jackson and Mr. Ware. They were very impressive people. I never saw them mad. I mean, I never saw them speak in anger. And I think I saw Mr. Ware mad once, but he didn't say anything. They were just as kind and gentle as they could be. And I found out that everywhere you go, you're going to find that. Since then, I retired. I moved back to Brunswick County and retired in 1991. And I served on the state ACLU board for 23 years. As a matter of fact, the end of this month will be my last day. My daughter drove me up here. We got her on the board too now. She serves on the executive board. She just started. She works as a physician at Fort Lee. She's been practicing 22 years. All right. So she has to take care of me now. But I did enjoy my stay in Stanton. And I enjoyed all the people that I worked with. And I'm not going to start calling names because sometimes I don't remember my own. Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me here this afternoon. It's been a pleasure. Everyone is saying when they arrived here, I can't thank Mr. Ware. Just indebted to him for making it possible for me to begin my teaching education. And Mr. Shelburne, quite naturally, which made it possible for me to be hired also. I left the city schools at Stanton in 1969 and went to Bridgewater College to teach and coach. And I coached there in football and basketball and men's tennis, and I taught in the physical education department, education department also. Retired several years ago and still live in Bridgewater. I would like to say I am in awe of all of the teachers with whom I associated for those years in which I taught in Stanton, and for the parents that sent me the students. I am very happy, and all of the other people who have made it possible for the associations which I have in Stanton. Fond memories. As I said, I began teaching here, and then I went on to the higher education, but my memories are so indebted here and so loving here, I shall always remember them. As I said in my teaching and coaching that the greatest of my teaching was that here in Stanton, and even teaching at Bridgewater College has been very rewarding to me, and I'm very grateful for that. I would like to say too, Alexandra, I don't know if he's still here or not. I was so admired today by his growing upness, and I would like to say that if I could live a few more years, I'm going to see great things out of him, and please tell him so that he was a fine young man, and I like the way that he came about and served us, and the wonderful things in which he has done. In closing, again, thanks for the relationship. Thanks for all the wonderful memories in which you've given to me. And I would like to say God bless all of you, and may He bless you richly for all of the wonderful things I'm sorry I have another appointment that I had to be at. In fact, I'm 15 minutes late now. But anyway, thanks so very, very much, and God bless all of you.
I don't know why I had to be last, but that's thank you so much. I feel very blessed to be here, as well as the rest of us do. And for some that do not know, that I began teaching in Waynesboro, Virginia. I taught there for 6 years. I came to Stanton in 1957. At Dee Webster Davis School, I taught two grades in one room. That was the 3rd and 4th grade. In 1966, during the integration, I went to A.R. Ware School, and I had 3rd grade there. So my total years are 36 years, and I'm thankful to be here. And thank you so much for inviting us.
Let's give all of the teachers a hand. We will now have remarks by Walter Brown of the Booker T. Washington Alumni Association.
I think I have a loud enough voice. I'm not going to come forward. And I think everybody has heard a lot of good things about the teachers. And we've heard a lot of history today also. And we owe a debt of gratitude to those people who inspired us, gave us direction in our lives. I think they touched each and every one of us. We talked with ones around, looked around that room up there. One way or another, I guess I've been in contact with everyone, from teachers to friends to even my wife. So we all have had contact with the group up there. And we just want to thank you. The Booker T. Washington Alumni Association want to thank you, because without your guidance, we would not be able to do, would not be doing the things we're trying to do now. We're trying to continue the legacy of Booker T. and of the black school system, the black schools that was in this area. Again, thank you for inviting us.
And now from the African American Research Committee, Brother Francisco Newman.
I'll follow Walter's walk, and I'll just stand over here. I'm Francisco B. Newman, Jr. I'm a product of T.C. Edmonds, Dee Webster Davis, and Booker T. Washington High School. I appreciate what you did as teachers, but none of you are old enough to have been my teacher. At this time, I would like to recognize the members of the committee. And will you please stand? Dawn Wormsley, Barbara Lee, Susie King, Sheila Amaji, Donald Hart, Bertie Pennell, Leighton Bechtel, Christine Crawford, Clara Sheffy, and Francisco Newman. We thank you again for those individuals who have come out to this program today, and we are planning some other programs in the future. And again, we would like to thank those individuals who were teachers and led the way for many of the students. Thank you again.